What else? We should probably move on to some better things. Okay. I was having a good time watching this Adam 22
Not turning up.
Joe Budden podcast. Okay? Let me see if I can find it.
Some frequencies.
About covering because I've
Covered your stories.
I think
honor demand.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
More.
You
I think
could have
all of this other stuff, then you know it's gonna be something.
Kevin didn't give a fuck about the hate he was getting the same way I didn't give a fuck.
Okay, so Adam goes on Joe Budden's podcast, and they kind of have a segment where they kind of question him about him doing certain type of content after the passing of Kevin Samuels. Now, you know, I think I'm very much involved in this topic. Not only do they talk about me eventually, but I think I'm involved in this topic because I am media, and I've told this to Adam recently. Me and him were texting about it. I'm glad Adam's going out and doing interviews now because for a long time I was the most public-facing media figure. You don't see the owner of Shade Room go out there and do interviews to defend why she posts certain stuff or why she allows her site and her brand to be affiliated or post certain stuff. You don't see that necessarily with Vlad. Vlad he only really does interviews with people he kind of fucks with. Who else? Q back in the day. You know, I think people will criticize him, but this is like a different time with media. Everybody's kind of into media now. I've been one who've been just like, you know, whether people have tried to say whatever about the brand, I usually respond to it. I remember people say, why do you go to Clubhouse and debate with people when they're not there to understand, they're there to attack? And I'm like, I feel like even though we're media, we should put ourselves accessible to the audience who might have critique, even if some of it is nonsense. But putting out content necessarily that should be serving in the public good and never being accountable or never answering questions, you know, it kind of would make one feel like, yo, how interested is this person into the betterment of the culture, not just only getting financial gain from it. So I've done that a bunch of times, right? I think I've done it to the point that people have even grown tired of, oh, y'all gonna hit them with the same arguments, because I'm gonna get to it in this, and I'm gonna skip to the part real quick. Actually, no, let me go in sequence. They're getting at Adam for what he did with Kevin Samuels after he died. Now let me tell you what usually media platforms do. If someone passes away, if you had content with him, a lot of times you might see a re-upload or you might see a re-highlight. Vlad does it. He does flashback episodes or flashback segments when people have passed. And there's always like this question of, is it poor taste? Is it just capitalizing? And should a media platform be capitalizing off other people's, you know, misfortunes, right? Now, I think this is very interesting because when it comes to hip hop, a lot of people love to quote what they believe is their own morality in, oh no, we're for the culture, that's why we won't do it. Yet everybody's trying to have a business in hip hop. You get what I mean? So the news media, and the reason why Ack turned to Big Ack was basically, I have to show that the people who run these platforms, not only are we people, not only should we also be respected, but we're here and just as important as everyone else, and that's why I made myself accessible. Anyway, Adam put up a bunch of clips of Kevin Samuels. Here's my overall opinion, and maybe I could hear a little bit of his before I speak. Here we go.
You're spreading that person's message more. You're getting their content out there more. And I think that when they pass, it's even more important that we celebrate their life by talking about them and serving this content up in the algorithm for the people who love them.
Tell Ish about... Oh, go ahead.
You just fucked up, though.
What?
You said when Vlad did it, your immediate gut reaction was cringy and it's in bad taste.
Right.
Why would you think that?
Because I hadn't thought about it enough.
Why would your immediate gut reaction be, yo, this is in bad taste and it's cringy?
I think Vlad was the first one through the wall on a lot of things, and that he was the one who figured out that this made sense.
Yeah.
Very early on.
He dancing.
You tap dancing.
He dancing.
What?
You didn't answer my
You're not
question.
answering his
I'm
question.
not talking about Vlad.
We don't care about what Vlad
Why
did.
did Adam
Because it was
think...
something I had never seen done at first. I thought, I've never seen someone just immediately upload a person's content after they passed. Then I
Why
thought
do you
about
think
it.
that's true? Why do you think you had never
and
seen
why
that
did
done?
your gut reaction think that it wasn't a proper thing to do? Because it's not.
Because I had never seen it done.
Because you're a human. Because you're a human in here somewhere.
Thought, that makes a lot of sense. The TV networks do the same exact thing. If some fucking fan, say MTV was still what it is right now, and God bless, Pop Smoke passes, what are they going to do? They're going to be playing hour-long blocks of Pop Smoke music videos because that's what people want to see at that moment.
By the way, I'm glad. I give Adam this point. That's good. Great point. A great counterpoint. And by the way, I award this segment to Adam in totality. I think Adam had the better point. There is a very unfair expectation that only happens to usually black, let's remove black, hip-hop platforms that we don't we don't hold the same standard to when it comes to other platforms, and we don't try to boycott them when they all do the same shit. God forbid, I won't even name an artist, but when Pop Smoke did die, Hot 97 ran his music all day. By the way, there's another part of this where they ask, why did Adam turn on monetization? No one's gonna ask, why did Hot 97 play ads that particular day? They have to play ads every day. They're a business. They're a corporation. They have a bottom line. They got to get to it. So whether they're acknowledging, celebrating, whatever the case is, rehashing Pop Smoke's life, legacy, or music, they're going to play ads. No one will ever get mad at Hot 97 that you hear a Sprite commercial after hearing 5 Pop Smoke songs right after he died. You know who's getting paid from that? Obviously, the radio stations. There is zero commercial-free programming on linear TV, especially just regular cable. You're not seeing that. Oh yeah, Pop Smoke died. We're gonna play a few of his songs, maybe a couple interviews we got of his, but you're gonna get ads I think the average is about like 5 to 7 minutes. That's how it works on TV. That's just what it is. And nobody gets mad at MTV. Nobody gets mad at Hot 97. But if Adam posts a video, and by the way, I'm gonna show you, there is a difference though. And this is where I was saddened that Joe didn't get to this part of it, because I remember back in the day, before I even really got into media, there was a very interesting and infamous conversation where Joe had with Vlad. And I think it started a lot of their feud. And maybe, I don't have that much time, but I like to be in depth. Joe asked Vlad a particular question, and that's super different than what Adam did. And that's super different from what most from most journalists do. Let me see if I can find it. Joe Budden, Vlad interview. I think it was on Lip Service. I need to play this question